GPG is the GNU Privacy Guard, open source version of PGP. Pretty good privacy, I suppose. So what we are going to use GPG here is to encrypt a file that we are going to store on our system. Now GPG is generally used for two purposes. First is for verifying, second is for encrypting. For verifying, I mean by signing a software and uploading our private public key. Never upload your private key. Uploading our public key to the server. Any user who downloads the software can verify if the software has come from us or not by using the public key. Second, we can encrypt an email or a file folder that we are sending over a network. But let's assume that we want to store our password on our system. Now it would be foolish to store it in plain text, so we are not going to do that. We will encrypt it, and for that we will use GNU. So for that we will use GPG. So how we'll do is we'll create a public private key pair first. Now the process that I'm going to tell you, this is same for everything you do, signing or the initial part is the same for all. Then later you have to use dash verify if you want to verify, or dash detach sign if you want to sign and create a signature file. So that I'll not tell here. Let's only focus on creating a key and encrypting a file. So first we'll create a key, that we do by using gpg full generate key. Enter option 1, that is the default. If you want any other option, you can select whatever you want, but the default option is the best. I'll go with it. Now enter a large size. What does size tell us? 4096. If you choose a smaller size, it will result in faster encryption decryption, but it will be insecure. So we don't have any problem with time, so we'll go with the secure option. Second, enter the expiry date. You don't have to enter expiry date, you can enter 0, but it's better to enter expiry time period actually. So I'll enter a expiry time period of 1 year, so 1 and Y, and that is done. Confirm it by pressing Y. Now I need to create an ID for myself. Enter your real name, but I'm going to enter a fake name because I already have not multiple, but I have keys registered on my name, so I don't want any confusion. Next I'm going to enter my email ID. That is I am going to enter a fake email ID, so that is fake@email.com. Now this email ID will, and this name also will help me distinguish my keys. So okay, enter the comment again. This will also help me distinguish my keys if I have multiple keys. So enter a comment, this is a fake key, please delete. Okay, now press O to confirm, or if you want to edit anything, just press the respective key. So I don't want to change anything, I'll press O. Now I need to enter a passphrase. I'll enter a passphrase, that is p phrase, and then phrase, press OK. Yes, it is an insecure passphrase. I'll take this anyway. So what happened here is that what do we need this passphrase for? We need this passphrase because our private key is the most vulnerable part of this GPG public private key encryption. So you need to keep your private key secure. Generally private key is secure because it is stored on your machine, but if someone gets access to your machine, then they get access to your private key, and if they get access to your private key, they can do all sorts of things with that. They can sign malicious software in your name, which could be which is something you don't want. So for that we need a strong passphrase. I'm going to delete this key as soon as this tutorial ends, so I don't need to enter a strong password, but you should passphrase, but you should enter a strong passphrase. Okay, so now that is done, and keep it long and as secure as that, because that's the weakest link of the chain. Okay, so now we have encrypted it. Now we should send our public key to the server of key server, and how we are going to do is okay, So we are going to upload it to the pgp.mit.edu. You can upload it to any server, they synchronize among themselves, so I don't think it will be a problem. So, and another thing, why I was entering some useless garbage, because that helps create a secure key. Okay, now one more thing, this piece of text that you don't understand, that no one understands, is the fingerprint of the key that I just created, and you need the fingerprint of the key to identify your key. It is generally the last part of the public key. Yes, it is the fingerprint of the public key. So yeah, something like that. So I will have to copy it and then I'll paste it. So to export it to I'm not going to export it. If you export it, you'll get a file on your system. I don't want a file on my system, but if you want it so that you can send it through an email, you can use the -- export command. I'm going to just put it on the key server. So for that I type key server gpg -- key server, then server pgp.mit.edu, then -- send - key, then the fingerprint that I just copied, paste it, press enter, and it is uploading my key. The key is uploaded. Now what I have to do is I have to okay, first let me show you how this key looks like. So for that we need to write gpg -- export -- armor, and the fingerprint that we copied, and here this thing is the public key. Now this export, it is used to export the public key to a file. Now I did not mention a file, so it is exported to the std out, but okay. And then that -- armor, what is the use of -- armor? -- armor is used to tell the GPG software that the file that you want should be in ASCII format, human readable format, and not binary format. There's no use of it, but yeah, if you want to read it and match it, yeah, the public key that you have and the public key that I have, they both are matching or not, so you'll want to read it, and if you want to read it, it should be in readable format. So that's all. Okay, now let us encrypt a file. Okay, so for that we need to create a file. Let's create a file, cat password.txt, enter the password. Okay, press Ctrl D if you don't know, then Ctrl D is used to enter it, and that's the EOF. Okay, so that file is saved. I can see that ls and cat password.txt. Yeah, the file is saved. Okay, now we have to encrypt it. For that we'll use gpg -- encrypt. Okay, now if you want to encrypt multiple files, you'll have to enter -- encrypt - files. I have to encrypt only single file, so I'll enter -- encrypt. Okay, next -- armor, because I want it in ASCII format. So yeah, and then email ID preceded by a -r. Email ID is fake. Let me see it once. Where did I yeah, fake@email.com. so fake@email.com, press enter. Okay, I did not specify the file, so that will be a problem. Let's see if it works or not. Password.txt, no, it didn't. Press Ctrl C. Let's try it again, this time correctly. Password.txt. Let's see, we have a password.txt.asc file created. This is .asc means ASCII, because we use -- armor. Okay, now we need to, okay, let's see how this looks. So for that, enter cat password.txt.asc. now we have it. So now let's decrypt it. For that we'll use gpg dash dash decrypt, and the file name is password.txt.asc. okay, first let's delete it, because what is the use of encrypting a file if you are going to keep the encrypted file on your system anyway. So now I only have the encrypted file, so my password is secure now because it's encrypted with RSA. So now if I want my password back, I need to run a command, that is gpg dash dash decrypt. Then the file name is password.txt.asc, so enter that, and I need to enter my passphrase, which was phrase, I suppose. okay, so now I get my so I did not specify an output file, so the result was shown on the std out. So if you want the password on an output file, it's better to just see it here, because if you save it then you'll have to delete the file again. So yeah, you can see it here, or you can save it. So to save it, just use this redirect to, let's say again, password.txt. and let's see, and we have our file created here. okay, so that's how we encrypt a file using GPG. so that is all you need to encrypt a file. Now I want to delete this key. If you don't want to delete this key, then you don't have to see it, but let's do it. So for that I have to enter gpg dash dash delete secret and public key. Then I think I have the fingerprint copied. Enter. Ask me for confirmation. I confirm, and again confirm, again confirm, again confirm, again confirm. Now it's deleted. So that's how you delete. If you do not have the private key, only the public key, like if you have the public key of someone else, then you don't have to use dash dash delete secret, you just have to write dash dash delete dash key. So yeah, that will do the job. So okay, so that's all for this video.